This is Jim Emter, Van Ahn Co, Alexandria, Minnesota, with your closing grain and livestock comments for April 16th, 2018. Corn down 3 to 3 3/4, beans down 9 to 12, Chicago wheat down 9 to 10, Minneapolis down 9, Kansas City down 15 to 18. When you look at the grains today, you're looking at two stories. Number one, obviously, the influx of snow we had across South Dakota, Minnesota, Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin, and on and on. A lot of problems there in regards to planting outlook. But equally on the flip side, Kansas City wheat looking to get a huge shot of rain here potentially Thursday, Friday, into Saturday. Amounts looking at 1 to 3 inches, and market talking a little bit about a drought buster there, and better looking planting conditions down the road once we get all the snow melted, once we get the frost out of the ground, etc., etc. So really kind of a mix of two stories. Near term, it looks a little bleak for any planting here over the next 2 to 3 weeks, but we do see some 60s returning to the forecast here through a lot of Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota at the mid part to latter part of next week, and I think that's what the market's grabbing onto. Maybe a little premature as we still got issues, but we'll try to balance that out, and corn held in there the best today. When you look to the feeder cattle market, feeders steady to mix, live cattle up 50 to down 12.5, hog market down 85, and choppy for really most of the day. So we're really looking at a circumstance where we've been back and forth a bit today. We'll need to kind of watch the near-term objectives in the cattle market. We got a cattle on feed report here on Friday. Cash undertones 121 last week got this market revved up a little bit, but we're really searching for direction in many of these markets. Not uncommon for grains to set back here a little bit. Not uncommon for feeder cattle, live cattle, and hogs to set back a little bit after nearly a 50% retracement. But where we go from here is mixed. A lot going on in the background. What we'll say is when we look to the corn market, we see support at around 385 July, resistance at 402, and then again at 428. And we think we can maybe get in between that range here as we work ahead. Bean market, we kind of look to the weather and saying that's conducive to more bean acres. So we're really looking at 1052 to 1082 new crop beans to be a sell point. The wheat market, we look for support right around this $5.95 to $6 level in spring wheat, and look for retracements back towards the highs there. And in the cattle markets, I really think we're $2, $3 up, $2, $3 down from these levels, and spending a lot of time a chopping here for the feeder cattle, live cattle. Hog market may take a little more of a downturn here for at least the near term, and then try to pick up some steam as we work ahead into summer. This is a seasonal time frame where hogs can rally, but I think we're going to contradict that at least for a couple weeks yet as the heavyweight hogs continue to weigh on the market. We'll have to see what the impacts are of the heavy snow and go from there. This has been Jim Emter, Van Ahn Co, Alexandria, Minnesota. Traded in futures and options involves risk of loss and is not suitable for all producers. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This is a solicitation. Have a great afternoon.